Hey Pisces, how's it going? It's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. So guys, welcome to my channel. So it's time for July 2020 bonus tarot card readings, guys. And I found this really sort of intriguing and deep reading to do for you guys. It's literally called Inner Demons, and it's going to look at sort of the shadow self within to see what can make you tick in ways that you don't necessarily find acceptable. Right? Again, everybody has that dark side of themselves and it's never going to go away. So let's have a look and see what's happening and how we can sort of get along with that shadow self. You know, just think of the symbol, the yin and yang, you guys. It's dark and light coexisting together, but it can feel really uncomfortable, you know, and people can feel a certain way about their demons and their shadow self. So that's why I wanted to do this reading. So anyway, I hope it's interesting. So this is the first card I'm gonna pull is gonna look at your darkest aspect, you guys. I have to shuffle one more time. I'm just being guided to shuffle one more time, and then I'll do a deck cut. So this is really interesting. So I pulled the Fool card here. So the Fool card loves to start a journey, right? The Fool is the beginning of a new journey. Are you guys afraid of starting over again if something has gone wrong? Are you just staying in situations because you think you might deserve them? Or you're just, I'm seeing this go both ways. You could be either afraid to start over or starting over too many times because you're afraid to stay where you are. I'm going to pull a clarifying card on that. And there's a loneliness about this. You know, solo path and not taking anybody along with you. And feeling really happy on your own. So, I mean, that in of itself, I mean, it's not such a bad thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with living a solitary existence or, you know, being happy on your own. But this card came up for a reason, and I wanted to clarify it. I mean, there's a great cards, you guys. I mean, you've got the Fool, and then you've got the Strength card. So, I mean, as far as dark aspects go, you're doing okay. I mean, I don't see anything too horrible about that, you know. You've got this really infinite wisdom and you like to travel. Like maybe you're a gypsy, you know, or what do we call them now? Sorry, you guys, if that was non-PC, but... So, oh my God, I just like threw the entire deck across the room. Hold on, I need to go on a pause. Like what a... Well, aside from being embarrassing, there was no harm done. So anyway, your darkest aspect, it could keep you in situations too long or not long enough. It seems a little bit innocuous and innocent, and you have the Strength card here, and you know, it's like you're really on a journey to suit yourself, right? All right, cool. How bad can that be for you, you know? So the next card I'm going to pull here is, guys, it's going to look at what area of your life is affected by this, you know? That's interesting. So we've got the Emperor card here, and this could really affect how you build your empire, you know, for now and for future generations. And what's really interesting in this card is that the children are very far away. So some of you could be in this period of your life where you're not ready to settle down, or some of you just feel detached. Maybe you're just not in it 100% and you have this wanderlust and you want to keep on traveling. You know, you want to go see what's over the next horizon. There's something ticking inside of you that doesn't necessarily mesh with the rest of the family. You guys are really starting to make sense a little bit more. All these readings that I've been seeing for you, where people have been giving you sort of a hard time and wanting you to fall into step, but you don't, because you have your own step to follow. You know, you don't want to be part of the marching band. You want to be the guy out front with the baton. I don't even know what he's called, but you know, you really want to march to the beat of your own drum. And there's something so powerful and strong within you. So for you, I mean, I just see this is what makes you happy, and that's what you should follow, because that's who you are. But as far as your family accepting you, whether it's your children or your parents, or, you know, however many people you have in your family, it might not always mesh, because they kind of like, what's going on with Pisces over there? Like, when are they going to settle down, or when are they going to smarten up? But I mean, it's this just, I'm getting this really beautiful, romantic sort of traveler type of, I love this energy for you, you guys, but it could be very difficult to be part of a family for you, you know, in whatever way. You know, it could be that you're not settling down, or you're just, you know, people in your family are saying that you're disappointing them, or, you know, something really just feels a little bit off. But I see where for you in this moment, that might not matter. It might matter in the future, because we pulled the Emperor card here, and things could definitely change. So I find that really interesting, and it's such a dichotomy where you're just, it feels like sometimes for you, you're not part of this family that you're in, and they could say things like that to you because you're so different. You're just this throwback to your ancestors, and you know, your ancestors were probably wanderers and immigrated, and you know, you probably really strongly resemble somebody from a few hundred years ago in your family too. So this is, I'm enjoying your darkness. Let's just say that. And let's see what your inner demon is. So we have the King of Pentacles here, and there is such a thing as being a little bit too concerned with money. And, you know, the King of Pentacles, he's sitting up there on his throne, and he's like, oh, I love you, money. Like, I love you. You know, please come sit in my throne with me and just be my queen. So, like, maybe your pursuits are a little bit too singular, and you're following the path of achieving financial success to the exclusion of all other things. But again, I mean, I really see where your dark and your light, they're pretty well balanced. And I really, because you guys are so sensitive, I think you're aware of this imbalance. I know I said balance and then imbalance in the same sentence, but I really see that you guys see your darkness, and you're okay with it because it suits you right now. But what I'm being guided to advise you guys is to really look into the future. And if you're chasing things because it's strictly about money, maybe you want to rethink that a little bit, you know, and just look at something that is coming out of it. Maybe it's going to be benefiting other people or your family. You know, it's great to have that earner mindset and be able to produce on your own. And for some of you, you may want to leave your family behind you. You know, not everybody gets along with their family, and you need to be outside of them. But for those of you that could potentially in the future want that, you might want to adjust the way you think about it. So how do you understand this demon? to accept and heal. So we've got the Hanged Man here, which is really, really interesting, because right now with the Fool, it's like, hey, I got my path and then here I go. And, you know, many people are in families when they just proceed to continue to pursue what is best for them without really I'm getting words like asking permission or collaborate or, you know, talk with their partner or their parents or their kids. They're just, oh, this is going to work for me, so see ya. You know, I'm going to do this, and then the distance comes in, and then the focus on the money. But what if one day you wanted to do something different when it comes to your family, you know? So with the Hanged Man, it's time to observe the choices of your different timelines and where you might rather want to be. Because I'm seeing a bit of a detachment here emotionally, and maybe it's contrived, and maybe that's going to make you happy, but maybe it won't in 10 years. Do you know what I mean? So really just look at all possible outcomes. And some of you could be really out there, like really doing your own thing, and like, yeah, everything will be just the same when I get back, but it's not the same. People change, things change, you miss things, you know, while you're in pursuit of your own. And I'm seeing financial empire. We do have the King of Pentacles with the Emperor, so this is definitely about building up a fortune. But I mean, if you think about it, if you're going to build a great big house, do you want to be living in it alone? You know? And that could be even with other people in it. So that's where your shadow self is, because it's so, this makes me happy, this makes me happy. And you guys should be happy because I'm happy. That's an assumption. So let's see how you can overcome this demon and darkness. There's a brand new opportunity to really, you know, there's a child in this Sun card, and you know, everything really does come from the way we're raised or what we've seen. And maybe you have a hero that really just provided for people, and what you saw was the financial aspect of it, but not the emotional bonds that tie. So with the Sun card, there's a particular opportunity for growth in a completely different way, especially when you've got the Hanged Man here. Something really, you know, there's a fork in the road coming here, and you could do a real strong blend of what suits you and what suits other people. This could be a time of compromise. I think for any of you that are single, you could really meet a partner that totally understands you and balances you, like that yin and yang I was speaking about at the beginning of the reading. So as far as demons go, it looks like, you know, you're worshiping money a little bit, and that could be because there was a lack, you know, when you were growing up. It could be cutting out other resources available to you, such as a really deep and abiding love and attachment to other people. So, interesting. So yeah, take another look at yourselves, you guys, you know, at where you might want to be in 5, 10, 20, 25 years, especially if you're a younger person, because that can really be something that is not part of your plan at this time. It's like, woo! And then you come back 5 years later and everything's different, and people might not recognize you anymore. So anyway, guys, beautiful, interesting. Take care. Bye.